Today we're going to be dividing fractions. It's lesson 1, okay? Now, every time you do a problem, remember to go back to page 1 because we have the steps. Can you look at the steps? Over here. Now, look at 1 and look at 2. They're the same, right? Convert mixed numbers and whole numbers to fractions, okay? Now, the main difference is 3, 4, and 5, okay? 3, 4, and 5 are a little bit different, okay? But look at this, 6, 7, 8, and 9 is the same thing as multiplication, okay? So what we need to go over right now when we work on this problem, and I'm gonna ask you to read step by step by step by step, is realize and know that the only thing that's new is basically those 3 steps, okay? Got it? Okay, so we're gonna do some problems, okay? Go to page number, stay on page number 1. I'm on page number 2 over here. What I want you to realize first, because you guys have been overworking yourself, when you're in my class, you're gonna do the left side. Do you understand that? Okay? You're gonna finish the left side at home if you're not done in my class, okay? If it's still not the bell and you have time, you're gonna do the right side, okay? If you're done with the left and the right side, you're gonna go ahead and read a book. Do you understand that? Do not, I repeat, do not go to the next page, because that's for the next day, okay? Got it? And do not work more than the left side at home, okay? Because let's face it, 1 through 15, if you get them correct, you know how to do it, right? Okay? Do you understand that, Brian? I don't want you to do everything on one day, because then you're here with nothing, and I'm going to start giving you extra work, okay? I think if you do the left side, great. If you have some extra time, do the right side. If you don't have time for the right side, then don't do the right side at home. Just finish the left side, okay? If you do 15 problems each day, you'll be good, okay? Okay, ready? Okay, with that in mind, I'm going to work on the right side because that's the side you're not going to do, right? Or you may not get to do, okay? Okay, can you see problem number 15 right there? Okay, so can you read me step number 1?
Convert mixing number to fraction by multiplying.
Do we have a mixed number? No, right? What's step number 2, Brian?
Convert whole number to fraction.
Okay, so do we have a whole number? No, right? We don't have to do it, right? What's step number 3, Mandana? Leave? Mm-hmm.
Leave the first fraction in the question only.
Leave the first fraction, right? So that means we're gonna rewrite the first fraction. What's the first fraction?
1,
1/2, right? Now, what's the next step, Brian?
Turn the division sign into the multiplication sign.
So we went from division. Notice what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a multiplication sign, which is the x, right? Okay. What's step number 5?
flip the second fraction.
You're gonna flip the second fraction. That means whatever's on the top is on the bottom. What's on the bottom is on the top. Okay. So this becomes 10/6. Are you following me? That is a flip. Okay. Now, what's step number 6? I believe. Okay. Simplify. And if you look on page 1, I gave you the drawing we've been using, right? On how we can simplify, right? So tell me, what can we simplify there, guys?
By 2.
By 2, right? What do you want to do first? Because there's some options you can take there.
2 and 10.
2 and 10, okay. We're going to divide this by 2. Divide this by 2, okay. And what do we get here? We have 1 over what?
5.
Huh?
1.
1, right? And then multiply, and then we have 5 over here over 6, right? Now, remember after that, what's step number 6? I'm sorry, 7 and 8.
Multiply the numerator.
The numerator, and the next one, multiply the...
Denominator.
Okay, and what do we have? 1 times 5 is
5.
over 6, right? What's the last step, Brian?
Simplify the resistant fraction in possible.
Rewrite.
Rewrite in possible.
Do we have a correct fraction already? Can we simplify?
No.
No, right? So that's pretty much it. We just added 3 new steps, okay? Let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to do two more, okay? So I'm recording, okay? I'm gonna do one more, so I wanna do 2 problems. And then we'll go from there. Okay, that's different than the one we did, right? 1 over 2 divided by 4 over 5. Step 1, what do we need to do?
We need to change.
Convert mixed number to fraction.
Do we have a mixed number or a whole number? No, right? So we can start on what step? What step do we start in?
3 and
3, right? All of these problems we start on step number 3, okay? What's step number 3?
leave the first fraction.
Okay, that means you're gonna write the first fraction, let it be, right? Brian, what's step number 4?
Trying the division seen into the multiple seen.
Okay, good. So we're just gonna put an X for multiplying, right? Step number 5.
Flip the second fraction.
Okay, so what's the flip there? What do we need to write?
Have to do like 5 in the top and 4.
5 on the top, 4 on the bottom, right? Because we're flipping, right? Okay. What's the next step, Brian?
Simplify.
Can we simplify this?
No, because it's the
Nothing, right? Okay. Now what do we need to do?
We need to multiply.
Multiply the numerator, like we've been doing, and then the denominator, right? What's 1 times 5?
5.
5. What's 2 times 4?
8.
Can you simplify this?
No.
No, so we're done, right? Do you think you're done, or do you want me to make one more?
1 more.
One more? Okay. Okay. So, boy, like 7 over here. It has some bigger numbers. Do you see 6 over 10 divided by 3 over 4, okay?
Yeah.
So, what's the first, it's the step number 3, Brian?
Level the first fraction.
Okay, leave the first fraction just like you found it, which is 6 over 10, right? Next step.
Turn the division sign into multiplication.
Okay, so we're gonna put this as an X, right? Because we're multiplying. Okay, next step, Brian.
Flip the second fraction
How do we flip it? Can you give me that new fraction?
to change
Okay.
4 out of the 3.
4 over 3. Beautiful, okay? Next step, please, Mandana.
Simplify.
Simplify, right? What can we simplify over here?
By 3.
By 3, okay? Okay, and remember, let's go ahead and do one at a time. We don't want to do all of them here because then we're confused, right? Okay? So, 6 over 6 goes into 3 how many times?
2.
2. Okay, and then we have 10 on the bottom still. Multiply by 4. What goes on the bottom here? 1, right? Okay, that's a 0, by the way, sorry. Okay, now, let me move a little bit out of the way. Can we simplify again?
Yes.
Okay, what can we do now?
By 2.
By 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do 2 here and 2 here, right? You could have also done 10 and 4, but I'm staying on the same side, okay? Now, 2 goes into 2 how many times?
1.
1, okay? And then 10 goes into 2 how many times? I'm sorry, 2 goes into 10 how many times?
5.
5, right? Multiply by what? 4 over
1.
1, right? Okay, now, this is gonna be equal, what do we do now? What's the next step?
Multiply the
So we're gonna multiply across, what's 1 times 4?
4.
4 over
5.
5. Sweet. Okay, now, one reminder, okay? If you the problem, okay, and say that you got the answer, okay, for another problem, we get 10 over 6, okay? We need to do 2 things. We need to first simplify, right? If this is the answer, right, you can simplify, right, by what?
By 2.
By 2, right? Okay? So that's 5 over 3, right? What else do you need to do?
Multiply.
Not multiply. We need to change it to a mixed number. Remember, Brian?
Oh.
3 goes into 5 how many times?
1.
1 times 3 is 3. Okay? Minus, okay, so, here, I'm sorry. So, we're gonna, what's 5 minus 3?
2.
2, right? So what's the answer?
1.
1? 2 over 3, right? Okay. You may see that still, okay? Do you understand now? Okay, go give it a try, okay? I'm gonna post this video. It'll be there tomorrow, okay?